And here we go into our yin class. My name is Tammy. Our yin class is a beginner yin sequence. Our intention is relaxation. We hold the poses for longer to help our fascia that lies on top of our muscles release. And I would say 3 to 5 minutes per pose that we hold them for longer. It also will help us to get a deeper stretch and a deeper sense of relaxation. Beginning in our first pose then, we turn towards the front. Now also with yin, we focus on our breath and a deeper, a longer breath, inhaling and exhaling. It is also slower. The Ujjayi breath that we use, it is not as deep, not as powerful as in some other practices, but you still want to be able to think about your breath to help you to be present, to help you to release. Okay, in easy pose, your legs crossed in front of you. You can sit on a chair too. You may turn your palms up towards the sky. We sit here with our eyes closed, our shoulders softening towards the ground. A little tip of the chin. Let your body settle into the ground. Notice your breath. With our inhale breath, inhaling through the nose, feel your body start to open. With your exhale breath, feel your body soften, release. Inhale breath, inhaling into the chest, into your belly. And exhale breath, letting your body release, deflate. Continue to do this. How is your chest? How is your belly? Do you notice that you're having to breathe in a little bit stronger to feel opening? Is there any kind of tension? Continue to turn inwards. Here we open our eyes, coming into our next pose. This time we can take our legs out and then tuck your right foot in towards the groin and left foot in front. It is a seated twist. So we inhale, we lift, take your right hand down towards the ground, take your left hand, it can come behind your back for a little bit more opening into our shoulder, and my palm is facing the back. So we inhale again and exhale, twisting towards our right side. Inhaling and exhaling. Continue to remain present by focusing on your breath. Slow, deeper breath. The exhale breath, we come out of the twist and come back towards the front. You can do a little twist to the other side just for a moment and then come back. Okay, into the other side. Take your left foot in front to your groin and then your right foot in front of that. Okay, sitting up tall. Take your right hand behind, left hand down towards the ground. We inhale, sit up tall again, and exhale, twisting over to our left side. And breathe. Exhale breath takes us back towards the center. Again here, adding a little twist to the other side. And coming back to the center. Now into shoelace. With shoelace, it is taking one leg up and over top of the other, extending both legs in front here first, so you can do it this way. Take your right leg up and over top of the left, and now you can have your knees just like this. You may also bend the bottom leg, so my right knee is on top of my left knee. That's the goal. Find where you are, because this is a big opener into the outside of our pelvis, outside of our thighs. So now we sit up tall. Your exhale breath, and do a little tip of the chin. Now, if you haven't done yin for a little while, you might start to notice different areas of your body starting to open. That were a little bit tighter. So just let yourself sit in this pose. You could be sitting in an uncomfortable position right now. Taking notice. Now, it could be uncomfortable, but if it's any kind of pain, of course, that's not what we want to feel. Sitting in stillness could be uncomfortable for our physical body, could be uncomfortable with the mental, emotional part of ourself too. So just take notice. Let your breath help you. Inhaling for 4 seconds. You can exhale for 6 seconds, the exhale breath being longer. we are at the point where you may notice now different areas that we've been working through right now. So outside of our hips, legs, that it could be starting to release. So the fascia is starting to let go, release from the muscle. The tissue soften. Coming out of shoelace, we open up our eyes. Take your hands to the side. Now, just coming out of all these poses, nice and slow, uncrossing the legs. Once your leg was in front, you're taking your leg up and over. Okay. You take your legs forward and just give them a little shake out. And coming into the other side now. With coming into the other side, take the left leg up and over top. So you could be right here and you could be holding. You could do this seated too on a chair. That makes it easier for you too. So whatever is going to be able to get you to be able to release, relax into the pose, please do so. Of course, I did talk about it being uncomfortable too. So some poses, yes, definitely a little uncomfortable just sitting here. Now, while I was just talking here, I crossed the bottom leg, so I bent my knee. So the goal is to have our knees stacked on top of each other. Remember, that's the goal. Finding what's going to be able to work for you. You may hold onto your ankles. Now, so sitting up, sit up tall, and then I can do a little tip of my chin again, just like before. You may notice your physical body at first. Be the mental part saying, yeah, this is sitting here and this might not be the most comfortable pose. And yes, I do feel tightness outside of my hips. Because yes, I do. So I understand. Let's sit, breathe, come back to yourself. Know that it's okay. Starting to notice a little bit of give, that our fascia is starting to release again. Let it go. coming out of shoelace. We open up our eyes. Release your hands. Take your hands back. Coming out nice and slow again, just like before. And crossing our legs. Take your legs forward and then just give them a little shake out. Like so. Our next pose is deer pose. And this will help for our hip flexors and our thighs. Taking the right leg behind. Nice support for both of the knees. We have a pelvic tilt. Holding. You may come over, so a little twist. So with that pelvic tilt, twisting towards the left side. Hold here. I'm going to tip my head. So tip your chin down just slightly to help your shoulders release. Adding a forward fold. So just onto the side here. You may do so. You do not have to though, you can still be upright. You may let the forehead rest. So resting on the floor, you could rest it onto your arms or fists. You add the forward fold. Actually, it's a fold over to her left side. Now coming out of deer pose, if you added the fold, you can slowly make your way back up. Release and into the other side. Left leg comes behind. Add the pelvic tilt, press. Now we're making our way with that twist over to the right side. Maybe here and add a little tip of the chin and just let yourself be. Turn towards your breath or add fold over to the right side. Now coming out of deer pose. Yes, I am still here. It was a nice time to just let yourself be in silence, or just let yourself hear the music that you may be playing. So coming out of deer pose, bring your legs back towards the front and into the next pose, which will be butterfly. We'll do 2 butterflies, a forward fold, and then we'll also do reclined butterfly. So with the butterfly, I'd like supports under our knees here. So you could use blocks. A nice prop would be pillows. So if you have 2 pillows off of your bed, chair, couch, just grab them just a little bit. Could be firmer pillows here. I'm just gonna sit on an angle so you can see me. Now with this support, we draw up and then add that forward fold. Arms can come in front. And we let our head hang. So opening up into our inner thighs, elongating through our spine, stretching into our lower back. Are we able to let our head hang? We could also have support. So letting your forehead rest onto your hands. You make fists. You can have your elbows up. They could be on props here too. That it could be blocks and letting the forehead rest. Piles 2 blocks up on each side. Elbows could be on the floor. So a few options for you. Continue to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Let your inhale open up your body. Let your exhale help you to soften and release into the stretch. And release that tension to help you just to let go. And tell yourself to let go. That is your affirmation. Let go. What does not serve you? I can let go of everything that does not serve me. Use your exhale breath to help you to do that. Inhaling into those tight areas. Exhale, helping yourself to release. It's be here for just a little longer. Now coming out of our forward fold here, butterfly, and we make our way back up. Now, because that was a big opener into the inner thighs, the outside of the hips could be just a little bit tighter. So gently bring the legs forward and give them a little shake out. Now for reclined butterfly. So we're going to do the same pose here with our support, so the pillows again. But now I'd like some support. So if you have a firm cushion, could be a couch cushion or just some more cushions, you can put it behind your back. And so that we will be tucking our body in. You can have the supports again for your knees, or you don't have to. So I'm going to show you what it would look like. If you don't have, remember, a cushion for your back, you can lie down onto the ground, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to turn here, tuck my hip in, then I'm going to turn on my back so that my pelvis, my hips are down towards the ground. So my bottom is just nice and close to the end of my bolster. Now I bring the bottoms of my feet together. I can place a knee onto each of my pillows. Just having that ready for yourself. Okay, now you can join me. You're going to find what's going to work for you. Opening up through the front of our body, into our chest, into our shoulders. Again, into our groin here. And with your pelvis opening up this way, really good for our intestines to get everything moving. In yin, we do seated, reclined, and twists, poses. And checking in with your physical body, checking in to see how the front of your body is doing. How is your breath? At this point in our class, are we able to open up through the front of our body a little bit more? Do we feel an openness into the side of our body? What about into the back of our body? Think of your core, your center, upper body as a nice big balloon filling up, upward, downward, out to the sides. Now, upward could be towards the sky. Upward could also be out through the crown of your head. But this way we could think of all four sides as if your head was one of the sides. And then also your pubic bone being the other side. Going downward, think of it that way too. Coming out of reclined butterfly, we take one knee at a time, bring it up towards the center, and take you to have the knees bent. You may roll over to one side, so right side for fetal, you could be here. And then make your way up. You're not going to sleep on me yet. That's one of the best poses, really relaxing, really comfortable. We're just gonna take our props over to the side. Coming into melting heart for our next pose. But coming to all fours. So all fours for melting heart. A big step forward with the right hand and then with the left hand. Draw your forearms down towards the ground. Now you see my hips are just above my knees, so continue to be that way. And then my head, my forehead comes down towards the ground. Let your heart sink. This is a really lovely pose, targeting underneath of our armpits, helping us to elongate the spine. Helping us to feel grounded with your forehead coming down towards the ground. Inhaling and exhaling, turn inward. Let yourself go. melting heart coming to a close. We can slowly start to come up and bring our arms, hands back, coming to all fours, and turn over towards the side of our body and onto our back. So turn your head towards the front and the head rests. Lower body rests. In supine, we come into figure four here. Take your right ankle and cross it over top of the left knee. You may be right here, or you can wrap your hands around the left leg and hold. You could also wrap your hands around your shin, left shin, and hold, and then draw the leg in a little bit closer that way. Or another way to do it would be placing your right hand onto the inside of the knee and then pressing away. So what would you like to do? 3 different options for you. I feel this pose into the right side of the hip. Rounding through the bottom of our spine. Going to let our lower back settle into the ground. Coming out of figure four. Slowly releasing the left foot down towards the ground. Uncrossing your ankle. And now left side, left leg lifting, crossing your left ankle over top the right knee. Again, you could be right here and just open up and enjoy. You could wrap your hands around the right leg. You can hold underneath the knee pit or your hands just on top. Be just a little bit lower than your knee, so onto your shin that you're holding onto the leg. You can also gently press the left knee out away from yourself. It's nice to try a few ways that you would like to see how it's going to work for your body and then decide which is going to be the best. And how is your breath? Notice. Is it an even breath? We could have started out with an uneven breath, but we've come into an even breath. We're able to feel our belly rise and fall. We're able to let our body soften into the earth. Let go. Figure four on this side. We're coming to a close, so we may open up our eyes and let the foot come down towards the ground. Uncrossing. Extend your legs onto the ground, straight onto the ground. Bring your arms up overhead. We stretch along through our body, going in each direction through our fingers, through our toes, and release. And now bring your arms back, bend through the knees. Take your right knee in towards the chest and hold. Extend the left leg. We have nose to knee here, holding. And opening up your eyes. Extend your legs straight up towards the sky. And hold. Bend through the knee. And taking the foot back down. Slide your left foot up. Take the knee into the chest. And hold. Extend the right leg straight down on the ground. Nose to knee, from knee to nose. I can hold underneath the knee into the knee pit or above, like we did before. Just trying it out, which way you would like to do it. Now coming to a close for knee to nose, we're gonna slide our right foot back, tucking both knees in towards the chest for cradle. And just hold here. Nice compressions here into your intestines. Help them to start working. Coming into happy baby. Turn the knees out towards the armpits. You may hold into the knee pits here and then just let the legs flop. Or opening up through the knees, you can hold onto ankles outside of the feet, or use your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. And you'll rock side to side. And then hold. Finding that stillness. Close your eyes. Continue to breathe here. Breathing into areas of tension. And exhale just to help yourself release the tightness. Let yourself sink into the earth. Holding happy baby just for a little bit longer. And now, finishing with happy baby, we draw our legs back into the center for cradle. We can do a little rock side to side. And bring your legs up and over to the left side. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders. Turn your head the opposite way of your knees. Here is our spinal twist. We're not holding the spinal twist for a long period of time, just a little bit. And then bring your head back to the center. We're just going to do one more spinal twist to the other side. So bring the legs up and over to the other side. Arms in line with your shoulders and turn your head the opposite way of your knees. Bringing your head back to the center, knees back to the center, and hug the knees in towards your body. You may bring your legs up and then bend through the knees. Now for our final pose, Shavasana. So you may remain here lying on your back. If you want to place something warm on your body, please do so. It could be a blanket. You may have your knees bent or extending your right leg to the right corner of your mat, left leg to the left corner of your mat. You could also sit in a meditative pose for yourself. Using whatever props that you would like to. You can come back to butterfly again. So lots of openers through our hips, inner thighs, into our spine. Finding stillness. Close your eyes. Eye sockets heavy. Lips part. And with doing so, our facial muscles soften. Shoulders soften. Arms soften. The chest, abdomen, pelvis, soften, release into the earth. We let go, soften into our legs. And everything that does not serve us, we let go through our fingers, through our toes, release. Be here for a little while. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. Notice any sounds around you. Smells. Feeling of the surface you're lying on. Feeling your toes, your fingers. You do a sigh, a shift through the body. Now, if you're lying down on the ground, you bend your right knee, left knee. Take your right arm overhead and roll over to your right side to fetal. Then now, making your way up to a comfortable seated position for yourself. You may place your hands at your heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Moving forward, letting yourself feel this calm throughout your week. Namaste.